Good morning, Crochetpreneurs. Welcome back to another episode of Crochet Business Chat. We are here live on YouTube, recording to upload to our regular Crochet Business Chat podcast. But I welcome you, those of you who are watching live and those of you who join us on the replay. So happy that you're here. I do see that you're all saying good morning to each other in the chat as we record this morning. So that makes me happy. We have an amazing community here at Crochetpreneur and Crochet Business Chat, and you guys are all awesome. And I'm afraid I'm going to sneeze in the middle of the podcast, so I will try not to do that. We are going to be talking today about creating a content calendar. I literally just forgot what we were talking about. Okay, so it's been that kind of morning. We have been working away all morning at Crochetpreneur. We've had our success coach meeting. We've had our live meeting in our VIP group. I recorded a reel this morning. I created a broadcast channel on my Instagram this morning. It's been crazy. So anyway, we're talking about excuse me. Talking about creating a content calendar for your social media strategy so you can grow your crochet business and reach your ideal customers. I'm so sorry. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Oh no. Okay. Kevin's just getting over being sick, and now I think I have whatever he had. It's this horrible, he's had this horrible cough the last couple of days. Like uncontrollable throat things going on, and it just happened. So we'll see how this goes. Let's get started. So in case something does happen, I will just be done after I bring you all of this information. So we're talking about mastering our content calendar. What is a content calendar? Basically, sorry. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to be okay. Hang on. Basically, it's an outline. I'm going to talk really softly. How about I get my microphone? Basically, it's an outline of all of the content you're going to be sharing with your audience on your various social media platforms. And it helps to keep you organized, strategic, consistent, having a consistent message, being sure you don't forget to share the things you want to share with your followers, etc. So that's the plan. So basically, as with everything in crochet business, you're going to start with your ideal customer. So who are you speaking to? I'm sorry, my eyes water. Who are you speaking to? And what do you need to share with them? So this is always the basis of everything you do as you're working on your business. Who is your ideal customer? And so we're going to come back to this over and over again. So know who your ideal customer is and go from there. All right. And the next thing you're going to do before you even start planning out all of your content is to say, what is my goal? What is my goal for being on social media in the first place? Now, you don't have to have just one goal. You can have multiple goals. Some of those goals might be brand awareness, like just getting your name out there, building a brand. Community engagement. It could be connecting with larger brands. It could be sales conversions. It could be a multitude of different things, but just be sure about why am I posting on social media? If the answer is I'm posting on social media because I want a bunch of likes and that makes me feel good. That's not a great way to run a business. Okay. So remember not to focus on the vanity metrics, but to focus on what value am I bringing? How am I creating connection? Why am I posting? And how is this eventually going to lead to making money in my business? Because you have a business and that's your ultimate goal. So focus on your overall strategy for both posts or for both your overall content calendar and for your individual posts. So that goal can change based on what post you're working on. All right. And then you're going to choose your platforms. Are you going to create content for just one platform? Are you going to create content for multiple platforms? Um, Figuring out who is your customer and where are they um, is going to be super helpful in um, you know, developing your content calendar so you know, okay, I got to create content for this platform and that platform and that platform. Can I repurpose things? Do I need to create original content for all of these places? So depending on how many platforms you're on, which ones they are, you're going to create different kinds of content. So you need to get those on your content planner. And then you can start planning your calendar. So, the way that I like to do it is to fill in things that I need to remember throughout the year. So, that might be seasonal posts, themed posts. So, seasonal posts might be like, hey, start talking about your fall product launch here. Um, Launch your spring collection here. Oh, we have this course coming up and the launch is here. So let's plan back a little ways so we can talk about that as we're coming up to that thing. And then theme posts of like, okay, well, every Tuesday I'm going to talk about this. So I'll put that on my content calendar. Every Friday I'm going to talk about this. I'll put that on my content calendar. So now your calendar is getting filled in with these kind of necessary things that you're going to be talking about on specific days. Okay, and then that leaves kind of open spots where you can start to get creative, saying, what do I want to bring to my audience? Do I want to bring some entertainment? Do I want to bring some encouragement, inspiration? Do I want to, build know, like, and trust? Do I want this to be a sales post? So fill in your content calendar with those various things. All right. And don't forget to plan some collaborations, some affiliate opportunities, and some ways to grow your account by connecting with other people's accounts as well. Whenever you collaborate, that post goes out to not just your audience, but to your collaborators' audience as well. And that's a great way to grow your account. So, and then affiliate opportunities as well, so that you can monetize your posts and make some money eventually. So those can fill in some of those places of like, hey, every Wednesday I'm going to do a collab post. I'm going to find different people to collaborate with. Oh yeah, this is going to be our strategy at Crochetpreneur. We're looking for people to connect with, to do lives where we can have collaborative posts. You can bring some, inspiration, stories, your business journey. You can bring business tips, whatever it is, to our audience as well. And we can share our tips with your audience. So that's going to be a really fun thing that we're bringing up in the coming weeks. Okay, some other things you need to add to your content calendar are launch dates. Like I said, if you have launches coming up, if you're launching a course, you're launching a pattern, you're launching a product line, a new product, those kinds of things, get them on the calendar so that you can work backward through a runway of behind the scenes, sneak peeks, something's coming, those kinds of posts as you work up towards that launch so you can generate excitement, curiosity, interest in what's coming up for you. And then mix up the content planned and get as much scheduled ahead of time as possible. So don't create all one type of post, like I'm going to create all text posts and we're just going to throw those on my account. Well, eventually, if people keep seeing the same thing over and over from you, they're going to get bored and they're going to stop following. So whether they just ignore you or they unfollow altogether, we don't want that. So we want to mix things up, keep it interesting, and then get those things planned and scheduled so that you don't have to worry about it, especially those things that are repeat kinds of posts. If you can get those created and scheduled to go out every week, then you don't have to even worry about creating that particular content. And then finally, be sure to check your analytics and tweak the plans as necessary. So you want to check, do my followers enjoy this? Are they having fun? Are they engaging? Are they saving? Are they sharing? And if they're not, then that's kind of an indication they're not liking this particular type of content. So look at what they're enjoying and create more of that. And your face out there is always my big tip. And have fun with it. So how are you going to, I didn't put this on a little banner post, but how to manage your calendar. Where do you put it? So some people want to put it on paper. Some people want a simple Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet where you can just put things in there, add your days, add your platforms, and then just put your content in there. You can do it on Airtable. You can do it on any sort of project management software like Asana or Trello or Notion. ClickUp, whatever you enjoy. So that's going to be really specific to you. Um, I I'm not good at this, so I'm trying to get better. I really am trying to get better. So I'm just giving you tips on how to do this, but honestly, my brain has a real struggle with this. So I tend to figure it out at the beginning of the week rather than have it planned out for the whole month. And I would imagine that my business would be in an even better place if I would get this strategy and this skill under my belt. So I'm just telling you, it is a struggle. It's a struggle for a lot of people, particularly creatives, particularly people with ADD. It's hard. So if you have a team to help keep you accountable, that's great. Otherwise, on my Asana, it says specifically like do your social media posts. First thing in the morning, it's in my first do your money making activity. Social media, if you do it strategically, is a money making activity. So I have my do your money making activities every day on my calendar, on my to-do list, so that I remember to do that. So this morning, between the other things that I was doing, I quick made a reel. And like I said, I started our broadcast channel for Crochetpreneur called Crochet Biz Besties. That's on Instagram. And you can join if you want tips and tricks and behind the scenes things and off the top of my head things that I'm like, oh, I should tell people this. There's a place for me to do that inside of our broadcast channel. So I hope you'll follow us there. Also, it's August as we're recording this, or it will be tomorrow as we're recording this, and we're going to be hosting the August social media challenge. And I put a link in the description of this video. We'll put it in the show notes and in the blog post as well for this particular podcast episode to join along in the August social media challenge. And basically what I've done is I've created a list of 60 content prompts. So 30 are particular to product sellers, 30 are particular to designers. So if you do both of those things, you can mix and match. You don't have to pick a particular topic per day. It doesn't have to be a particular type of content. It doesn't have to be a reel. It doesn't have to be a carousel post. It can be whatever kind of post you want to create that day. So you can just go through, pick and choose, but I want you to post every day for 30 days. You can batch create it and schedule it out. You can create it each day the way that I do, as you go along your day. However you want to do it, I want you to post every single day for 30 days. So 30 days of August. And at the end, we're going to have prizes. I'll talk more about that next week. But we will come together for a special episode of the podcast where we will pick prize winners based on those people who posted every single day. I want you, if you're going to be doing this with us, to do a social media audit. I want you to track what's my regular engagement rate for my posts, what's my follower count today, and then we can look at that later and see if it increases after 30 days of creating content. So again, really dial in on who is your ideal customer and what do you need to share with them in order to keep them engaged, grow, know, like, and trust, entertain them, encourage them, and show them the value of your products. That is our goal. So I hope you'll join us for that. And I think that's everything I had for you today. I am looking at your comments for those of you who are here live. Let's see. Other people are feeling this weird sick thing too. I do not know what that is. So, oh, thank you for being so sweet, everyone. Yay. So the Yarn Fairy said she's going to share this podcast, share the broadcast, share the blog post with all of her Yarny friends. So thank you for that. If you're watching right now, be sure to click that like button so that other people can get notified that we're here and chatting about this. If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to leave a review. Let people know how awesome Crochet Business Chat is. They need to come listen, and be sure to subscribe so you get notified of future episodes. So don't miss that, and be sure to click the notifications to all notifications. Let's see. If you want to join for the August challenge as a CBA, or do you use this link or go to the CBA to sign up? You can use this link because I updated. So for those of you who don't know, in CBA we had a virtual retreat this past weekend, and I shared this planner with them. I have updated it with the hashtag to use and some instructions. So if you want that, use this planner that's down below. And it will ask you to sign up for my email list. If you're in CBA, you're already on the list and it's not going to like add you again. So don't worry about that. All right. You guys, I'm so glad that you're here. You said you're not seeing the link. It's down in the description. It should be there. If you don't see it, everyone else let me know. Wish I could have gotten here on time. I had to chase down a chicken and a man. Oh, do I know that life? Yes. Okay, it makes it so much easier to make an improvement like this when you're doing it all together. Yes, and I hope when you use the hashtag, I can't remember it off the top of my head because you know I got a million things going on. It's on the download that you'll get. Use the hashtag and then be sure to search the hashtag and go engage with other people who are participating in the challenge as well. Give them some engagement. Follow those accounts that look like, oh, this person brings the kind of content I want to read, or I want to encourage this person and engage on their posts. Then follow them. Tech editors are totally welcome. We would love to have you, and that way maybe some of our people who are participating would get to know you as well and be able to hire you for their tech editing. So wonderful. Okay, wonderful. So thank you everyone for coming. I'm going to let you go and go like drink some hot tea with honey in it or something and figure out what's going on with my throat. I wish you all a wonderful week. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below the video or leave them in the comments of the blog post for this episode. And I will be back next week. And let me just tell you what we're going to be talking about next week. Hang on just a moment. We will be talking about monetizing your social media. So be sure to come for that episode. We can talk about monetizing and actually making money from your social media, your posts, your DMs, your shops, and that should be a really good one. So I'll see you next week at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Have a great week. I'll see y'all later.